we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call?
Wyatt
Here.
Engel is absent.
She should be coming.
Yeah.
I asked her to, yeah.
Okay. Reister?
Here.
Bunce?
Here.
Lawson?
Here.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion or anything? Okay. Roll call? Or are we just
No,
good
just motion.
voice? Okay.
Yep.
I can forget from time to time. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Motion and second then to accept the consent agenda unless somebody wanted something, had questions or wanted anything removed. Okay,
Motion just to approve.
Second.
all right. Everybody in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried. All right, any citizens' requests or oral?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
Committee reports, I did not bring because Brenda was going to do that.
Okay, let's see if I can get it quick.
I've got one right here.
Yeah, I know they're in here.
All right,
Otherwise, I have the copy if you need a bigger
Okay.
copy.
nope, this is good.
Okay.
All right, held meeting on January 27th. Changing the city hall office hours was discussed. It was proposed to change the hours from 8 until 4. This would help and cut down on overtime. And motion to recommend to council was approved. There was an update on the public works employee hiring. We received 4 applications and the deadline is the 14th, so we should be holding interviews later this month. The 2021 budget was discussed and reviewed. There was an adjustment that needed to be done on one of the employees. Otherwise, the committee recommended the 2021 budget to city council. Thank you, Kate.
You're welcome. I do have a question about the hours though.
Can we discuss that later when we
It's on the agenda.
Or
Okay.
well, unless you have a question about the report.
Well, either way, no, we can talk about it later.
Okay, okay. All right, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing regarding fiscal year 21 maximum property tax dollars. Any written or oral comments from,
No, I've not gotten anything.
okay? Anybody have any?
I had somebody ask me about, and I was trying to look into this, and maybe we'll get into it when we talk about it. The percentage increase of taxes.
Yep.
Is it 7.49?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and that's based on your overall assessed property. Well, it's based on a combination of things. It's based on the overall assessed value, and it's based on what you are capturing in for property taxes.
And that's the max we can raise it. That doesn't mean that's what
No.
we're raising it.
Right.
That's what I.
Yeah, and so this is part of the new legislation that went into effect last year. And so this is all one extra step that we have to do. And so this, it just includes like your general fund levy, your emergency levy. It's all of your non-voted levy that you guys can, that we can capture.
So I don't know, I've got a couple other questions, but maybe I'll wait till we get to that in the agenda, right? 'Cause
That's fine.
we're voting on that today.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
the first, we'll do the,
Okay.
yeah, we have to pass the
Okay.
resolution.
Good.
Nothing further, we'll go ahead then and close the public hearing. Public hearing regarding, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing on the water and sewer rate increase for 2020. Any written or oral
No.
comments?
Nope.
Okay. Anything? Okay, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. We'll move on to general government. A, discussion action to approve the first reading of ordinance 828 and an ordinance amending the code of ordinances of the city of Hudson, Iowa by the Hudson City Code 2017, Chapter 92, Water Rates, Section 92.02, Rates of Service.
So
Do-
moved.
Okay,
Second.
When was the last time we raised rates?
We raise rates every year.
because
Just to-
we got a 5% increase from the city of Waterloo, and we just basically
Pass through.
pass it through, so. That's where we're standing then at the 1631 for the first 150 cubic feet, and then 0.0534 cents for the next each cubic feet, so. Any other? Okay. Roll call?
Alright, Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Okay, B, discussion action to approve the first reading of ordinance 829, an ordinance amending the code of ordinances of the city of Hudson, Iowa by the Hudson City Code 2017, chapter 92 sewer rates, section 99.01 sewer service charges is required.
So moved.
Second. Okay, any discussion on that? Same thing, it's just the 5%. Okay. All right, roll call?
Lawson,
Aye.
Engel. Aye. Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye. C, discussion and action to approve resolution 2575, a resolution for resolution 24 approved of fiscal year 21 maximum property tax dollars.
So moved.
Want a second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion?
So Chrissy, can you go to page 18?
Yep.
On there?
Sure can.
And I think there's some pages following it. I'm just trying to decipher this.
Okay.
Explain, so,
It is new to us, new to me this year, so
okay,
we'll get through it.
okay.
And you've already heard rumblings that this might get changed
It's
back.
very possible that it might get changed back.
So give the background again for why we have this.
Okay, so this was part of that, the bill, Senate File 634, 624, something like that, where the legislation was, basically what they're trying to do is make cities more transparent when it comes to their budget and what they are, putting as their tax rates. Some legislatures believe that that cities are trying to basically gouge taxpayers. And, and so with this is the extra public hearing that we have to do as part of our budget process. So, yeah, this was a little rough this year just to try to figure it out. I know I wasn't alone with it. But the 7.49% is, so we're asking for 7.49% more tax, in tax dollars than what we did the previous year.
Total revenue.
Correct, that's revenue. But the reason why this says that it is 10.59 when our actual tax rate last year was 11.39 is because this does not include our debt service. So we don't have any debt service this year because the TIF fund is taking care of all of our bond payments.
Where does it say 10 point, oh, you mean,
Down.
yeah, okay,
Yep,
okay.
yep. So that's why we have that 7.49% increase. And so over our non-voted levies. And so, the reason why we have to do this is that anything over 2%, we have to do this extra public hearing.
Okay,
And basically what this is saying is that we have a growth over 2%.
So this is not, we are not voting to raise the tax dollar amount that we are charging to our citizens.
That is correct.
We are only saying this is the maximum amount of revenue increase that we are seeking.
Yep.
That
That
will
we
come at a
have.
completely different time if we need to raise the tax dollar amount to the public.
Right, and the thing is that this is the maximum that it could be. The only thing that we could do is we could lower it.
Perfect.
That's it. We can't go any higher than what
So this is
says right
basically
now.
just setting our limit of,
Yep.
if everything worst case scenario came out to be, this is how much we would have to
Yes.
increase.
Yep.
We don't foresee that happening anyway.
No.
But this is just
Right.
regulation to
Yep,
make us
yep,
say
and
that.
so, and a little further down the agenda, we have that we're setting a public hearing to approve the budget. The 11.39 is actually what our tax rate will be for 2021.
Which is what it was last year too,
It
correct?
was 11.40 last year.
it was down slightly, by a
Yeah.
penny.
So we're actually decreasing by a penny.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you also have to remember too, sorry to go back, our property valuation decreased because we have so much property in TIF. So, and that's not included in our overall tax assessment, or our tax valuation. So so it looks like we have a decrease in property valuation, but we really don't, because we've got a lot of stuff in TIF.
So, you probably already said this.
Yep.
This says 7.49% is the maximum we could increase our revenue, or that is what we're increasing our.
That's what that is what we're increasing
Okay.
our revenue.
And how does that not translate into a 7.49% tax increase?
Because, this public hearing is only, or this resolution is only for our non-voted, let me look, it's either voted or non-voted.
Levies or whatever.
Yes, so these are the levies that we don't have to have a public referendum for.
Okay.
So like if we would have a library referendum, it wouldn't be on here because it has to be, it's a voted levy.
Mhm.
So this is what is available to us, and again, we don't have to use it all, right?
This is,
And we won't,
this is what we have, or the 11.39 is actually what we've got.
but that isn't a 7.49 increase
It
from last
is
year.
from last year to this year.
Okay,
But the overall isn't changing 7 point.
No,
okay,
no.
It's just moving it from one spot to the
Yeah,
other.
it's,
Okay.
like I said, it's super
Yeah.
confusing, but yeah, these are just the regular tax valuations where it doesn't include debt service that we had last year, because we can't include that.
any other questions?
It's as clear as mud.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Roll call.
All right, Wyatt,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
Okay, motion carried.
Did you say
I
aye?
vote.
Oh,
You did.
I didn't
Oh, okay,
say.
I'm sorry,
I didn't say.
I thought,
Aye. I don't know what I'm voting on, I mean.
We shouldn't vote.
This is your projected maximum levy that you could do, that you're not saying you are doing.
What if we voted this down, then what?
Then I would have to start over and we would have to do this all over again.
Right.
Okay,
And actually, with this, if we can't go any higher than 11.39, but we can go lower.
So Matt, what's your hesitation?
well, I just don't like to see increase,
Okay.
unless I understand why it is.
So, Chrissy, is there an increase?
No, there is not an increase.
There's not an increase?
No, this is just a set percent max, and our is we're actually decreasing
We're
that by that
decreasing
penny.
it that penny.
Because ours was 11.4,
So when I see,
right?
I
And now
understand
it's
that.
11.3.
When I see at the bottom there,
The
under,
temp?
under the blue column, $1.089 million.
Mhm.
And then I see the year before that is 1.013.
1.3.
That does not include our debt service levy. I cannot include that on there. So when you add the debt service, so basically what it is that all of our bond payments that we had, the debt service levy is what is the bond money that was not being paid for by other sources. So when you add that, then, when you add in the debt service levy, then that will equal the $11.40.
Okay.
So truly, if you put in the debt service, that would have been the 1.0.
0.89.
So basically, if I wanna
Right.
gripe about increases, I should wait till our budget discussion. Is that right? I mean, this is what this is.
You don't have an increase in taxes. You're not proposing an increase to
Right.
your citizens in taxes.
Okay.
That's
I-
what your,
it's
because
basically
your
staying the same.
maximum, whatever your maximum tax rate percentage is that 11 point, whatever, what you just said was a penny different from last year's.
Right.
You have stayed within the exact same parameters, plus or minus a penny, of what your last year's applicable tax rate to your citizens was.
Even though it says 10.51 versus 11.39 or 10.59, and what you're saying is that difference is accounted for?
In the debt service.
Service.
Okay,
Right.
okay,
Because that's a completely separate,
great.
World.
yeah.
So if you'd have added in the debt service, that would have been 11.3 to 11.3 basically.
So your conclusion should be that this new form that they're asking to use does not inform the taxpayers
No,
what
it does
you're,
not.
what
Specifically what it
you're
is.
specifically doing. It fails.
But we have to do it anyway.
Which is
I-
why they're talking about taking.
So
it
I'm
out.
all for transparency, and hopefully they find a form that
Because that's
does,
not transparent.
does communicate that.
Correct.
Yeah, yep, and
That doesn't
been
do that.
that's basically the argument of most cities in Iowa is this doesn't make it any better.
Okay.
However, going forward next year, would it?
Next year, yes, because we don't have debt
Numbers aren't
service.
skewed
Because we
because of
compare
that debt
apples to
service.
apples
Right.
next year.
Yep,
And this is
Yep.
not comparing
Right,
apples.
right.
Got it, got it.
yeah, because we will not have any debt service, we don't, because we have enough TIF money we have tax increment financing that covers all of our debt payments,
Got it.
so.
Your vote then?
I said I hesitantly, and I'll stick with that.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
All right, motion carried. D, discussion and action to approve resolution 2576, a resolution for approval to set hours for City Hall, and those would be from 8 AM to 4 PM. But Chrissy has said that if somebody needs to make an appointment outside of this hours, that can be done.
So moved.
Second.
I have some questions about this.
Okay, yep.
First of all, is this in line with what other city halls have done? Who have we compared to?
I have compared to like Elkhorn Heights, Evansdale, LaPorte City,
All the small-
some of them that, we actually put it out on ClerkNet, so we had a whole gamut of,
Right?
like, only open for a couple hours a day. Most of them are open 8 to 4.
Do you have, are there many times from what were you open before? Till 5 or 4?
7:30
7:30 to
to
4:30. And then how many times a week do you think somebody is in before 8 o'clock?
Not very many,
What about between 4, I'm not worried about the early.
Right.
I'm talking the 4 to 4:30 or 4 to
not
5.
very many.
Okay, yeah, because my concern would always be, and even if it's 4:30, though, that's not gonna make that much of a difference, is people that are at work that obviously need to get in like any other retail place, but
But
you're gonna call first anyway.
Yeah,
you're willing to set appointments for
Yeah.
those people?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are some times that people will come in like, hey, I'm on my way from home from work, but it's gonna be like 4:45, 5 o'clock before I'm there. I'll stay open, don't worry about it. So,
Can we make that in our, like available by appointment after hours, on the website, just so that people
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
aware of that change
Sure,
too?
do that.
And
Maybe,
if
I'd
we-
say even in the resolution, can we?
Was that in there?
And
it's not in there, but
In that reading, it wasn't?
yeah, we can, you can approve it or amend the,
you can amend, yeah. if
what would
you
be the
wanna
proper thing, since we
Make
really
a motion
can just be
to
part of
add
the
that
motion.
wordage?
Yeah, you would be, well, your resolution doesn't mention for
That.
appointment after hours,
Right.
correct?
Right.
So someone would be making a motion to amend the resolution to include a provision that appointments can be made after hours.
So my,
So moved.
so
Do we have a second?
Second?
Any other discussion on the amendment?
I appreciate your willingness to do
Yeah.
that for sure.
Totally fine.
And obviously, we can always revisit if things needed to change.
Yeah,
again, but-
Absolutely.
If we get way busier or, or whatever, we can,
We didn't vote on the amendment yet.
No, we have not.
No.
No, we're still having the
Okay.
discussion, but now,
I have discussion post-amendment,
Okay,
but
let's-
pre-vote.
okay, okay, let's go ahead and roll call then on the amendment.
okay. Lawson?
Aye.
Reister, did you?
Yep.
Okay, Reister,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Bunce.
Aye, okay.
Now-
We'll move back into discussion on the resolution as amended.
Okay, are we gonna save any money on this because we're paying our staff less?
Yes, because we're not open 45 hours a week, we're only open 40.
Okay. I
And
like
so that saves 5 hours of overtime for me.
Great.
Or Katie if I can't.
Whoever.
make it.
To me, if we see a lot of people are like, gosh, I can't get in, maybe we go to one night, we're open until 5.
Yeah.
Something like that, not every
That's-
day or
right.
anything. But that's for down
Are
the
you guys
road.
not taking lunch breaks to be in there?
No, we haven't, we never have.
Any other discussion? Then roll call,
For the amended motion.
yes, for the amended motion.
All right,
That's me first.
yeah, Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Okay. Item E, discussion action to approve resolution 2577, a resolution setting public hearing for the annual budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or anything? Okay, roll call?
Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Item F, discussion action to approve resolution 2578, a resolution approving the transfers of funds, and this is our monthly transfer.
Correct.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye. All right, there are 9 information items in the packet. Reminder items, regular scheduled meetings held at council chambers except for the electric board and the library board. Public Works Committee meeting, February 12th at 7 a.m. Mayor's Task Force Committee meeting, February 18th at 5 p.m.
Which we're not having.
Well, okay, that's been canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Personnel Admin Finance Committee meeting, February 24th at 4:45. Public Safety Committee meeting, February 27th at 4 p.m. Next council meetings will be February 27th and March 9th at 6 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Good work, Bill.
Sorry I was late. I tried to leave the gym at exactly 6. I thought I'll be here right while they're doing, but this clock is,